guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing the after video of my Taski Bora 12. Now this cleaner has been stripped, cleaned, and has cleaned up quite well actually. Now if you remember in the last video it was missing the wands. Now here's a little story for you before I get on to showing you the machine. I was showing the machine to my dad just after I got it. He actually picked it up from my grandparents because I have stuff delivered to my grandparents as my parents aren't in during the day, so there's no one here. So at my grandparents there's a definite guarantee that someone's in. So I had it delivered there. He picked it up on the way home from work, and then I was showing him it. So I said, "Oh, the tubes, because the hose, the tools that go on the end of the hose are 38mm." I said to him, "Oh, I've had to nick the tubes off of my big pneumatic in the shed." He said, "Didn't you see the pipes in the van?" I was like, "No, I didn't see the pipes." Well, I've managed to have the original set of wands. It did have some little plastic thing on the end. Hang on, let me go and get it. As well, which I'm not too sure what it is, but I think it's just to stop the end of the wand getting mashed up. So here it is. This was actually stuck on the end of this, like that. That is just, I think it's so you can just whip the floor tool off and go around edges and stuff without ruining the end of the wand. But it makes the wands too tall, and I'm quite a short person, so I'll leave that off. But yeah, these were in the back of the van. They're 38mm. They're all welded together. Unfortunately, suction valve here, and it's a bit dented there. But yeah, we have the original wands. Before I put that back on the floor tool, here's the floor tool. It's cleaned up fairly well. Base is polished up nicely. It's got a worn lint strip on there, mainly because the other one broke into like 3 pieces. So that will have to do. A little bit of dirt on this floor tool, but yeah, it's alright. That's cleaned up quite nicely, that. So yeah. Here's the hose. Hose is a hose, really. I think it's more dirty than it went in the wash, mainly because all the washing powder stuck to it. But you know, there's the hose. Here's the main machine. We've got the cable wrapped around the handle, as it should be, I think. We've got the cable straight on the back with the plug going into it. Now, I personally think this machine is very serviceable. The cable literally plugs into the back. The hose connector can literally be twisted out without any tools. There's literally one screw that holds the whole top together, and that's inside. Everything just clicks into place or pushes in. There's no springs as such. There's no spring that holds this latch on. It's just really a serviceable vacuum cleaner, which I quite like. So yeah, that's a good thing with this. Even the top cover, it just clips on. It's just 4 like clips which you kind of pry out with a screwdriver, and the top cover's off. It's so easy. But yeah, it's a very good vacuum cleaner. It's very quiet in use. It's very powerful. It actually uses the same motor as a Premier, well, the later Premier Minis. Same motor as the one I've got sitting over there, which is the green one, and the blue one I had, and the orange one that I have, but it's up for sale at the moment. But yeah, I've looked at date stamps inside the machine, but I believe it to be from 2006, so it's 13 years old. It is only a 950 watt motor, and it can be inputted with a 150 watt power nozzle, which I'd really like to get. However, you probably can't buy them, and if you can get them, they're really expensive. So what I might try and do is try and get a old Zero BS36 head and modify it so it will go into here, because this is only a IEC connector, so I can get the little plug things off eBay, get an electric cable, and bam, we have a Taski bora with a power head. But anyway, let's take the top off. It just comes off like that. We have the top one here. Here's the 4 kind of clips that kind of pry off, and this lifts off. This thing here is a suction relief valve. We have the filter, which is now the right way up, and then the motor in there. the motor did get cleaned out as well. The brushes on it are pretty good as well. So yeah, there's the top. In here we have the filter. There's the filter. It literally just goes on with a bit of elastic. It's very similar to the filter that was actually in a in the Max Vax that I have. It's very similar to that kind of thing. So you know, it just goes on there. The cage thing has been all polished. It's quite a big cage actually. The base is quite similar to the one that was used on the VacMat 12. The way that it's got the kind of handle locating points, but it's actually the VacMat 12's taller. And the hose port, I think the hose port's there. It's just this part actually comes off, or may come off, and it's got an extra section in there to make it taller for the wet valve. But here's the bag that I've got inside there. It's just a pneumatic WV570 kind of bag I'm using in this. And it's got some dust. I know what the dust is. It's just fine dust. I vacuumed my bed with it this morning. But yeah, the tub in there again is very clean. There's a few little bits that I've missed during wiping this over. But yeah, it's just generally quite clean vacuum. The bag literally will fit in there so nice. It fits in there quite nice. Just goes on the bag collar and bang, with the bag in there. So behind me I have my DC40. It's quite full, and why not do a mess test with this while we're here. So let's go and plug this in. We'll do some normal vacuuming, and then we'll just put a bit of dirt down and we'll clean it up. So plug it in. It's very quiet. Very quiet vacuum cleaner this is. So, here's the bin off the DC40. Let's just have a look at the filter, why not? Very dusty in there. Might need to wash that soon. Let's see the amount of dirt in here. Yep, quite a bit of dirt in there. We'll just take this off as well, and we'll give the shroud and stuff a clean out before we start. But yeah, there's quite a bit of dirt in here. It's still quite warm because I've literally just finished using this vacuum. But yeah, quite a lot of dust in here, a lot of fine dust and grit. Let's just clean the shroud up. Done. See, I can talk over the top of the vacuum normally, and you can probably still hear me. But yeah, here we go with this. Look at that, just gobble from gobbles it up with no problem at all. yeah, this is a very good vacuum cleaner, this is. And I'm quite pleased that I actually got one, because it was one of them ones where I was debating whether to get it or not. And I thought, why not, sod it. Let's just, let's get it. If I don't like it, I can sell it. And yeah, I'm glad I got it. It is a very good vacuum cleaner. And 13 years old, the commutator on the motor is still pretty mint. And it's very serviceable as well, which I like. And yeah, it should be okay for a few years. Yeah, I probably would kind of run it alongside the DC40 the daily for a bit. It's quite large, but you know. But yeah, there we go. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. And yeah, bye for now.